see it, sir. This lad hasn't actually done anything.
No, you see, you're not taking in what I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is, he hasn't broken a law.
Look, Constable 171. I want to speak to someone in authority.
Sir, I've already explained
Sergeant
to you
Boyden,
more than one.
Can I help?
Ah, right. Now, look, this is the third time I've been in here. There's a kid pestering my daughter. I've told you the little tyke's name, I've told you where he lives, and I've told you what he drives round in.
Well, tell me, Mr.
It's Thomas, sir.
Thank you, Reg. Would you like to come through? Now, sir.
His name is Darren Collins. He lives at 11 Harmer Crescent.
And what exactly has he done?
My daughter, Hayley, she's 15. She's got her exams coming up. This Darren won't leave her alone. I've had a go at him. I've had a go at his mother. Nothing. They're both as thick as...
I see.
I don't understand why you can't do anything about it.
Well, how old is he?
17, 18. He's always around, watching her, following her.
All right, Mr. Thomas.
This is the third time I've been in.
I'll make sure he's spoken to.
Yeah, but I've heard it all before. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I've said, Mr. Thomas, we'll speak to him. All right? Can I have your name and address, please?
You'll speak to him. Thomas. William Thomas.
So, nothing could go wrong, could it, mate? Well, all he had to do is put his hand down a drain, retrieve the plastic bag.
Yeah, leave it, Dave.
So, he starts rolling his sleeve up, gets down, starts fishing around, right? Suddenly, someone in the flats pulls a chain, right? Drain's blocked, right? Starts welling up, goes all over him. All over his shirt, all over his tunic.
Time we're going to drains arrest, isn't it, Dave?
Bit touching, bit touching.
Mike, you're three beat. Youth name of Darren Collins, making a nuisance of himself. Make it top of your list.
Right.
Flush him out, Mike.
Yeah, all right. Come on, Polly. Play school's over.
Inspector Monroe, Sun Hill. I'm here to see Mr. Hassan. Thank you. Mr. Hassan.
Ah. Inspector Monroe. Tea for the inspector.
Thank you. Milk, 1 sugar. Oh, let me. Now then, Mr. Hassan, I understand you reported an attack yesterday.
I was the victim of a robbery with violence.
And this took place where?
Here in Broughton Place, by the corner.
Well, there were 3 youths involved?
3 or 4, I could not be sure.
The attack was completely unprovoked.
You have had all this, Inspector. After they dragged me to the doorway of a shop, I was beaten, they twisted my arm, they cursed me. Excuse me.
Of course. They stole your briefcase.
Yes, they did.
What was in it, Mr. Hassan?
Papers, invoices. I have another shop in Battersea.
No money.
Inspector Monroe, my main concern at the moment is not what was in my briefcase. It's not how many attacked me. It's not where the attack took place.
What exactly is your concern, Mr. Hassan?
I think you know very well.
Tell me.
I got back. I telephoned the police station. 45 minutes. Nothing. I had to phone for a taxi to take me to the hospital myself. I was in great pain. My arm was broken.
When was this, Mr. Hassan?
At 1 o'clock. After 1 o'clock.
45 minutes. You never came.
You didn't phone another station. What number did you dial?
Please do not take me for an idiot.
You spoke to an officer and gave full details.
Of course.
And he said?
He said that officers would be along at once. He was lying.
Hurry!
right, calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I only went in to get a loaf half a minute. When I come out, he was gone. Tommy! Tommy! Help! Come here! Tommy and Rat, get back here! My dad'll kill me! He'll hurt himself! Can't keep out of nothing! Tommy, come here!
After I went to the hospital, did any of your officers call?
Without looking into it,
Or don't you know?
calls for help have absolute priority.
Only some are more absolute than others. Or is it because my name is Saeed Hussein? You hear our voices and you put us at the bottom of the list, if we get on the list at all.
I'm sure you don't mean that.
If our names were Mr. and Mrs. White, there would have been a police car here in 5 minutes.
Said.
I can assure you...
No. Let me assure you, Inspector, I am not going to let this drop.
Cheers.
Right, you've had it. No more sweets. How many times have I got to tell ya? Putting the straps on, you can cry all morning. Let's go.
Not even a signal. You just sit there, mate.
Yeah. Take it easy. You're Mr. Thomas of where? And you saw Sergeant Boyden earlier. About your daughter, Hayley.
All units from Sierra Oscar. Attention call to a blue Escort estate. Registration, Victor, November, Hotel 319 Whiskey. Occupants believed to be a white male youth, Darren Collins, and a 15-year-old girl, Hayley Thomas. Believed possible abduction.
All units from Sierra 1, Blue Escort Estate, registration, Victor, November, Hotel 319 Whiskey. Just heading north up Gartrey Street. Dave, come on!
If you
Polly!
Sarge!
Come on!
Now have you got that?
Now!
Okay, Sarge. You all right, Sarge?
Sure, pick him up at the Gartrey roundabout. Darren Collins drove off with a girl. Her father was in this morning.
Yeah?
Collins has been pestering her. I said I'd sort it. Where was Jarvis? There he is.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 3. Suspect vehicle now west in Lancome Way, in pursuit. I can't see a girl, Sarge.
Check it.
Sarge?
Possible abduction, check it.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 3.
Receiving.
Please confirm suspect vehicle. This is a possible abduction.
Confirm, Polly.
Suspect vehicle now turning into Harmer Crescent. Suspect vehicle now stopped in Harmer Crescent.
Give us a shout if you want a backup, Polly.
Out. Get out of the car. Out now!
Sarge?
Where is she? Darren Collins, you drove off with a girl, Hayley Thomas. Where is she? What have you done with her?
Nothing, Sarge.
I said, where is she?
Oi! Pack that in! Get off him! Oi! What do you think you're doing? No, you don't. The air Oscar from Take your hands off him!
Right. You tell me where she is now.
Calm down. Calm down.
She's out.
He's asking questions.
Where?
Let me go!
Where?
Let me at him!
Reg.
You all right, mate?
Yeah, $1 million.
I hope it was worthwhile.
Yes, sir.
Waste ground? You say again, Polly, I didn't get that.
Okay, mate.
Just beyond the station, Sarge.
You okay there, Sarge?
Yeah, no
Opposite the old tannery. You're not getting away with this. No further
You
backup
better hope we
required,
find her.
Sarge.
Get in.
Where are you taking it?
When the emergency's over, Bob, I want a word.
Sir, Sierra 1 from Sierra Oscar.
Go ahead, Sarge.
The waste ground opposite the old tannery. The girl, Hayley Thomas,
Thought to have been assaulted and left there.
You take the gully, Dave. I'll have a check up here. Dave!
Darren Collins, I told you to make it a priority.
Yeah, sorry, Sarge, I was on my way. Little lad got himself in bother.
Yeah, thanks a bundle.
About 1:30, a Mr. Hassan.
Hassan?
You took a call from a Mr. Hassan yesterday?
Mrs. Hassan, yes, sir.
here, 1319.
Her husband was attacked in the street. Sierra 1 was sent. No trace.
And it was Mrs. Hassan who called?
Yes, sir.
24 Bolton Place.
Bolton?
Her husband was in pain. He'd passed out.
Say again, Bob.
24 Bolton Place.
The Hassans live at 24 Broughton Place. Well, I'm relieved to find we sent somebody, if it was to the wrong address.
She was very indistinct, sir.
Did you get her to spell it?
Her English was very bad.
I'm sorry all our callers don't have your command of the English language, Steve. It's our job to get it right.
Yeah, but I thought I had, sir. Got it right. I mean, I asked her to repeat the address.
I've spent half the morning being shot at by Mr. Hassan. Do you want to go and explain why he waited 3/4 of an hour for the area car with a broken arm? I want to report before the end of the relief.
Did Darren say anything on the way in about what happened? About why he did it?
Weird little scrope. Was going to tell me where he left the girl.
Needed encouraging, did he? Much?
The girl had gone missing. Her shoe was in the car.
Matthew, I'm only asking. Maybe it's you. The job's about relating to our customers, remember?
And you called on Hayley when? About 11 o'clock? Was she expecting you? Did she open the door to you? Did she tell you to go away?
Did you fancy her? But she didn't fancy you? Did she ask you to call round for her? Hayley Thomas is in hospital on the critical list. Those marks on your face, where'd you get them? Did she struggle? Did she fight you off? Come on, let's have it.
Detective Inspector.
You might try advising your client to answer some questions. Did Hayley put those marks on your face?
Just heard, Sarge. The girl's out of danger.
Is there any chance of talking to her?
It's not
No,
bad,
Sarge,
is it?
not yet. She's very poorly, Mr. Thomas.
Right, when the girl's
Where
father
the hell
turns
were
up.
you lot, eh?
He has. I'll get back. Mr. Thomas, Hayley's father.
I warned you time and again.
We'll need to talk to you down at the station.
Oh, you want to talk to me now? You're priceless, you lot.
We'll need a statement.
What do you mean, a statement?
About what happened.
Well, I don't know what happened.
At your house when the youth drove off with your daughter.
What do you think happened?
Well, that's for you to tell us.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hassan. Mr. Hassan, I have explained the circumstances. With respect, you were not straight with me. It was not you who phoned, but your wife. I'm not implying anything. And I don't take kindly to suggestions that we don't treat all calls with equal... Mr. Hassan, I think the lesson here is that we don't jump to conclusions.
Sorry to barge in, sir. There's a Mrs. Collins in the front office, playing hell. Something about an assault by a police officer. It's Sergeant Boyden. Mrs. Collins. Would you like to wait in here, please? The inspector's on his way. In here, please, Mrs. Collins.
Told you to be nice, has he?
No, Mrs. Collins, he hasn't. Thank you, Hollis. I'm Inspector Monroe. Do come in and take a seat, please.
I'm not here to be nice.
I hope we can still be civilised, Mrs. Collins.
Right then, Mr. Thomas. If you just like...
That pole? Can't go in now. It's occupied.
Excuse me, sir.
Monroe's in there getting a right earful from Mrs. Collins. The mother of your Darren. She's right, Manx.
Right, sir. If you'd just like to take a seat there, I'll give CID a call and we'll go somewhere else. I won't be long. What's she want?
She's spitting fire. What happened out there? What's her, was it?
Won't be what?
Give that lad a couple of backhanders. I only looked the worse for wear.
Is there something the matter with your ears?
Darren, I've advised you to answer the officer's questions. Darren?
She kept saying she wanted me to drive her back.
So why didn't you?
I wanted her to promise that she'd come out with me.
Did she?
Yeah. Thinks I'm stupid.
Why's that?
She was just saying it. She was saying anything. She didn't believe I meant it. I had to show her.
How did you show you meant it?
Slap.
Didn't hear that, Darren. Did you hit her?
Just a clip. Had to.
Yeah. Of course.
Messing me about, that's all. She made her dive for the door. Mistake. She was going to make trouble. Said the old man was right. Said I was in that case. She started screaming. So I had to smack her again, didn't I? She fell out the car.
And you left her there?
Stuff her. I weren't ferrying her back.
You left her on the ground? Was she moving?
No, I didn't look.
I don't believe you didn't look.
She wasn't moving.
So what did you do then?
Got in the motor and blew.
We found Hayley on a waste ground at the bottom of a gully. How do you suppose she got there if she wasn't moving?
I liked her. I really liked her.
Did you push her down?
Her old man caused it all. If he hadn't come back.
You could have broken her neck.
Let's stick with what happened, shall we, Inspector?
And you just would have left her there, wouldn't you?
Come on.
Did you push her down?
Somebody was coming.
Somebody was coming and you pushed her down deliberately, yes?
Yeah.
Can you repeat that, Darren?
Yeah! I can murder a cup of tea. Is there any chance?
Interview suspended. 13:20. I'm out of here.
Has he coughed?
It's GBH. This time.
It's in his eyes, isn't it? I think he'll be emotionally challenged before the court slaps his wrist.
I hope not.
Matthew. Shut the door, Matthew. I've just had a Mrs. Collins in.
Sir?
You know?
I gathered.
You don't sound surprised.
I shook the lad, pushed him up against the car. Reasonable force, sir.
Did you strike him?
No, sir.
I'm told half of Harmer Crescent saw otherwise.
Well, they would, wouldn't they?
Flippancy isn't going to get us anywhere.
I'd reason to believe a serious crime had been committed.
And that gives you carte blanche to thump a 17-year-old around.
The boy had already been cut about the face, sir.
Oh, come on, Matthew. You can do better than that. Mrs. Collins saw you strike the boy several times.
Mrs. Collins saw what she wanted to see.
You roughed him up.
That's a matter of opinion, sir.
You shook him, pushed him around, slammed him up against the car.
I had to get him to tell me.
And if you hadn't, how far would you have taken your version of reasonable force?
Not sure, sir.
The road gets more slippery, doesn't it? What position would this put Paige in? Would she be tempted out of loyalty to back you, even if she thought you had gone too far?
I found Darren Collins on the doorstep talking to Haley. He had his foot in the door.
What could I do?
I struck Darren. He wouldn't move. I struck him again and again. He ran at me, pushed me over the hedge, and he drove off with Haley.
What would you have done?
You don't resort to hitting people, Mr. Thomas.
I shouldn't hit people.
You could have found yourself on a charge.
He was on my property, in my garden. I shouldn't have hit him. If I hadn't hit him, he wouldn't have got her into the car. I know.
He drove off with Haley.
Try and protect your kids. You try and do what you think is right. And what about him? Eh? Where is he? He's getting away with it.
No one's getting away with anything.
Sarge! Sarge!
Has Munro had you in about Darren Collins yet?
No, but Sarge...
Tell it like you saw it. Like you saw it, all right? I've got nothing to hide.
Yeah, I know. Do you want to know something?
Matthew?
Thought you'd like to know, sir. Mr. Thomas has made a statement. He struck Darren Collins several times earlier this morning, just before the lad shoved his daughter into the car.
Really?
Make up for the marks on his face. Can't be sure, though. You could still have a rogue copper on your hands.
More of a loose cannon, Matthew. I don't approve of either. All right, I'll make sure Mrs. Collins knows what's happened. I don't know whether it'll stop her making a complaint.
Well, you might put a thought in her mind, sir.
And what's that?
It was touch and go with the girl when we found her. If Darren Collins hadn't have talked when he did, he'd be on a murder charge.
Road shout. The suspect is well built in his 20s, trying to cash someone else's gyro.
We're arriving now.
Come on.
Please, I haven't done nothing.
All right, don't worry, you'll be all right.
Thanks for being so quick.
Are you Mr. Robinson, Mr. Gentleman you called about?
Yes. He just tried to cash a gyro, but it's not his. I didn't mean nothing. Honestly.
Are you Roger James?
Yeah. No, he isn't. Mr. James been coming here for years. He's 59.
So who are you then?
Come on, sir. He hit me from behind and tried to grab my bag. I kicked him off.
You all right?
I think so. It's my head.
Well, he must have put up a good fight.
Whoever it was didn't get away with much. Same attack as yesterday, you reckon?
Yeah, looks like it. It's getting to be a habit. You're supposed to get here in 3 minutes.
Is that Mr. Fellows?
Yes, he's refusing to budge until he gets a new gyro.
What happened to the old one?
The postman who got assaulted at Rosendale Flats yesterday is causing all kinds of havoc.
Right, yeah. Mr. Fellows.
Look, I can't leave until I get another check.
And I've already told you, Mr. Fellows, come back at 3 o'clock, we can give you one then.
Why can't you give it to me now?
This isn't the first time your gyro's gone missing, Mr. Fellows.
Well, it was stolen before.
Look, Mr. Fellows, we have our procedures. Come back at 3 o'clock and we can give you a cheque, OK?
Look, you've heard what the gentleman said. Why don't you go home and come back at 3 o'clock, eh?
I can't, no way.
Well, look, if you don't leave now, you're going to be ejected by the manager. You better get on with it.
Mr. Fellows, I'm asking you for the last time to please leave the building.
Back off, I don't want no trouble with you.
If you just come...
No, that's enough. Just calm down.
I'm arresting you for assaulting a police officer. You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
What?
Where did you get the gyro, Michael?
It came out of a mailbag stolen from a postman. He was badly injured in the attack. Now, where were you yesterday morning?
At home.
Where were you this morning?
At home. I don't know anything about any attack.
Then why don't you tell us where you got the gyro?
I bought it off someone.
What did you pay?
Tenner.
£10?
Well, maybe 15.
What, for a gyro worth more than 90 quid, you gave 15? Now, that's quite a bargain.
Yeah, well, waste of money, wasn't it?
I think we ought to have a look round your place. See what other bargains you got round here.
You can't.
Oh, why's that?
My dad's sick.
What's the matter with him?
He's got a heart condition and he's a diabetic.
Well, surely you've managed to confirm your alibi.
You can't go round. It'd do him in.
We don't need your permission, Michael.
This is on tape, right?
Yeah.
I'm warning you. My dad's a diabetic with a serious heart condition and he's got flu. If anything happens to him because of you two
Interview
going round...
terminated at 14:49.
Mr. Fellows refused to leave the premises, giving the manager and Mr. Hobbs a violent shove.
A violent shove? I never meant no harm.
Hang on, will you? Get your turn later.
PC McCann and I then intervened. I leant forward to take hold of his arm to encourage him to leave the premises with me. Mr. Fellows withdrew his arm, lashing out at me and hitting me with considerable force just below the left eye, causing a wound with the ring on his finger, I believe.
It was an accident. Please.
Hang on, will you? Do you have anything to add?
No, Sarge.
Right. From the beginning, would you like to give me your account of the incident?
Well, ask him. He saw it wasn't deliberate.
I've no need to. The arresting officer's account is sufficient for me. Now, do you have anything to add?
I never meant to clout him. It was an accident. Oh, what's the point? Look, just charge me and let me go.
Right, let's have a look in his pockets. While you are here, you are entitled to have someone informed of your arrest. You have the right to consult a solicitor. You're entitled to have a copy of the codes of practice. You may exercise these rights now or any time during your custody. Do you understand?
Is this how you make a living, is it?
One gold-coloured ring. If you'd like to sign there for your goods. And get me to number 3, Gary.
Come on. I said I'm sorry. I've got to get back out there, please. It's important.
I thought you were on the dole.
I am.
You got a job interview?
No.
Well, it's not that important then, is it?
Let's go.
Have you informed the FME?
He's on his way, Sarge.
I'm in my office, I want to work.
You're not lying. Why didn't you say anything? You haven't got the guts, have you?
So what do you expect me to do?
What? Well, it wasn't an accident, Sarge. I mean, he clouted me. I was lucky I didn't need stitches or lose an eye.
Then we'd have had something to go on.
Oh, that's a great morale booster, that is.
No, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not going to pursue this, Gary.
What, so you believe Fellows and not me?
Gary doesn't want to stick his neck out over this.
Well, have you asked him, Sarge?
His silence says it all. Look, I am not going to charge Fellows unless I'm certain that we're going to get a result. Now, the CPS are going to throw this straight back at us. I'll have a word with Mr. Munro, but I think we should go for a caution.
Sarge?
Michael and his brother Daniel were caught shoplifting a few years back, but the father, Brian Joseph, recently released from Brixton, did 5 years for armed robbery. He stayed out of trouble since he came out.
Or he's been lucky.
Yeah, well, it looks like Michael's blown it for him. Thanks. Let's go and check out his heart condition.
How long has your dad been an invalid, Michael?
Years. It keeps getting worse all the time.
Presumably he was in pretty good shape when he did the armed robbery. We do keep records.
Dad!
Have a look upstairs, Jim. Dad? Maybe he's out jogging.
He should be here. Dad! Dad!
Well, there's no one up here, Sarge.
Let me have a look.
This way, Michael. Was your dad a bit clumsy?
Yeah.
Don't touch it. With a bit of luck, you won't even know we've been here.
Where do you think he's gone?
Dunno.
What, to the shops or the pub? What do you reckon?
I don't know. He shouldn't have gone anywhere.
And this is his room?
Digoxin. At least for his heart.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I've got to check his insulin. He hasn't took it.
How'd you know?
Because he should be on the new bottle.
Well, all the more reason to tell us where he is.
I don't want you anywhere near him.
So you do know where he is?
No.
Look, we know about your dad's form. We need to find him.
He isn't involved.
But he is a suspect. You've seen to that.
They see him get off easy and it gets them thinking, doesn't it, eh? Why don't I have a crack too? So next time we're called to a DSS or a pub, they don't think twice about dishing it out. Sometimes you get the feeling you're out there on your own.
Come on, Dave. There's always backup when it counts.
Not these days.
How's the head?
Sore. By the way, I appreciate the way you stood by me out there with Cryer. Worked a treat.
He's getting cautioned, isn't he?
Big deal.
Oh, come on, Dave. He wasn't trying to hit you. Just lost his balance. As it is, I reckon I backed you up more than I should have done.
You want to be careful about sitting on the fence like that. It might be a cushy option, but it can make you look a right idiot.
Yeah, and I just like to tell things the way they are.
Come on, boys.
Dave, how do you going back out looking like that? There's plenty to do here.
Sir.
Gary, when I've cautioned Mr. Fellows, you can team up with Tony Stout.
Sir.
Sarge! Burnt mailbag. Who's the bonfire man, Michael? Hmm? Bit of a collaboration, was it? Dad did the job, you helped with the cleaning up. Is that how it worked?
No.
He decided to make a comeback with you as the willing apprentice. Was it all his idea?
No. You got it all wrong. My dad tried to stop me. I thought I knew better. He had nothing to do with it. Honestly.
Well, you must have had help from someone.
What for? You don't reckon I'm up to it? I did it all on my own. No help from nobody.
So how did you get back home after the robbery?
I walked.
Well, that would be a couple of miles.
And you were carrying a mailbag around. Well, I'm surprised none of our mob saw you, or any witnesses.
I told you, I did the job on my own. No one else was involved.
Right. Let's go back to the beginning.
What for?
I checked we got all the details right. You were waiting in the bushes for the postman, and then what happened?
Then I jumped him, knocked him to the ground. He started to fight back, so I hit him a couple of times with a brick. Then I just grabbed the mailbag and ran off.
Having separated the mailbag from the trolley?
Yeah, of course.
And how'd you manage that?
Easy, just pulled it off.
And what about this morning? Well, how many gyros did you get this morning?
I just grabbed the mailbag and ran off.
Fine. I think that'll do us for now. Interview ends 16:02. Jim? I think you might just be wasting our time. First postman wasn't out of the head like that. Didn't even use a trolley. And as for this morning, I ain't got a clue.
Yeah, he's still covering up for his dad.
Trying to.
You took your time, didn't you? Thought I was facing a life sentence in there. That's what you get, isn't it, for scratching a policeman?
Listen, you've just been cautioned. But you step out of line once more and you'll be in big trouble.
Yeah, thanks for the advice.
Everything's still in exactly the same place. The insulin's not been touched either.
Well, he's going to need that pretty soon.
If Michael's telling us the truth.
Yeah, he's got a visitor. I think we better check him out.
Right.
I'll go round the back. You give me time, let yourself in.
Right.
I'm DC Carver, Sunhill. Can I have a word, please?
Oi.
Don't struggle!
What's your name?
Find out, shall we?
Emergency, is it?
Mr. Daniel Joseph.
You trying to save your dad's life as well?
What are you talking about?
Where is he?
Haven't got a clue.
He's probably missing these pretty badly by now, isn't he? Twice a day, and that's serious. Come on, Daniel. Let's find him before he passes out.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Fine. We'll stay here, which is bad news for your dad.
Give me the... Aye!
Where is he?
All right, I'll take you there. It serves him right anyway.
You better get an ambulance, Jim.
Sheriff Oscar from Carver. Are you receiving over?
Come on.
Not too much. You'll finish him off.
Sierra Oscar from Carver, you're receiving over. Request ambulance to 174 Northwood Street. I have an unconscious male in a suspected diabetic coma. Over.
Yeah, repeat address, please, Jim.
Now that's 174 Northwood Street. It's a flat above the cafe. Now, have you got that?
Proceed, Jim.
Thank you. Sarge.
How did these get here, Daniel?
Never seen him before. Thought you called an ambulance.
They were in the kitchen.
Dad brought them here, didn't he?
Really? And left the medicine behind?
He was panicking.
Now, why was that?
I'm saying nothing.
We got your brother down to Nick. He was caught for trying to cash a stolen gyro.
So?
He's been a lot more cooperative than you.
He's easily led. He talks rubbish.
Where did the gyros come from, Daniel?
I don't have to say anything.
I am touched by your loyalty.
Yeah.
Good old dad, eh?
All units from Sierra Oscar, Cumberland Place, assault. Suspect heading for Meronside Road. I see one male, heavy build.
Sierra 86. We're not far from Meronside Road now, Sarge.
He's over there! Did you see what happened? Well, I thought they were just talking at first, but then it got really nasty.
Joan, can we have an ambulance, please?
Could be the one. Definitely the one. Sierra Oscar from 86. Have suspect in sight. He's heading for the Croft estate. I'm in pursuit. Get it, Gary. Let's go see the victim. Might be able to tell us who we're after here. Come on.
He's through here. Brian Joseph, diabetic. He's a suspect. Robbery.
Brian? Hypoglycemia, you better get the chair.
He's also got a heart condition.
What's wrong with him?
When did he last eat?
I don't know, but I gave him his shot just now.
On an empty stomach?
Yeah, I suppose so.
I better get him to St. Hugh's.
He's all right.
Oh, he'll be fine. Can you hear me? Mr. Joseph?
I want to go with him.
No. We need to have a chat with you first.
I've got nothing to say.
All right, if that's how you want it. Daniel Joseph, I'm arresting you on suspicion of handling stolen goods. You don't have to say anything, but anything you do say may be given in evidence.
I won't talk.
Fine. You can sit in a cell while we have another chat with Michael.
I've got to go with him.
I think he's had enough of your tender, loving care, Daniel.
Looked like the guy was after something. He just lashed out, punched him and kicked him. I think he had a blade.
Lost him. What's it all about, George?
He won't say. Some private argument.
Is he all right?
Yeah, well, I think you'll be okay, but he has lost a lot of claret.
Mr. Fellows, do you know the person who assaulted you?
Leave me alone.
You got a good look at the man, and there's a witness to the attack. Now,
don't you think you've caused me enough grief today?
The witness reckons he saw him hand something over before he was beaten up.
what was it, Mr. Fellows? Mr. Fellows?
A few coins.
And then he hit you?
I owed him.
Owed him for what?
What do you think, eh? It was meant to be 20 quid here at 4:30. 15 to repay and £5 interest. It's gyro day, isn't it? Repayment day. Except me gyro never came, did it? Of course, I could have tried to borrow it off me mates if I hadn't been stuck in a cell for 2 hours.
Mr. Fellows.
Get off! Look, I don't want you to go after him. I can't afford the payments, all right? Now just leave me alone.
Are you still sure you nicked the mailbag, Michael?
Yeah.
I see. We bumped into your brother just now. He'd be looking after your dad, you needn't have worried. Although your dad didn't look too special slumped over the sofa.
What have you done with him?
It's all right, Michael. He's at the hospital.
Daniel left it a bit late with the medicine. Then he almost gave him the wrong dose of insulin. Could have been lethal.
He's useless with the insulin. He don't know how to do it.
Sit down, Michael. We found some gyros around at Daniel's flat as well. You know anything about them?
No.
Well, apparently your dad took them round there.
What? Is that what Dad said?
Your dad wasn't in any fit state to say anything.
Daniel. It was Daniel, wasn't it? He told you that Dad did it, and you believe him.
Well, it all makes sense from our point of view. I mean, long record, incriminating evidence in a back garden.
Rubbish. Dad didn't do nothing. It's just Daniel trying to stitch him up.
Why would he want to do that? Daniel seemed pretty concerned for your dad. He even refused to answer questions for fear of incriminating
You don't know him. He couldn't care less about Dad. Not since he got sick. He can't be bothered with him.
Well, you look after Dad on your own. That's hard work. No help from Daniel?
You must be joking. This morning was the first time he'd been round in weeks.
So what really happened this morning?
Daniel was there really early. When I got up, he was already making the bonfire in the back garden. He told me to keep quiet. He gave me a gyro. Said I could buy a few trees for Dad.
Daniel was burning the mailbag?
Yeah.
And then what?
I didn't know what it was. Dad came out. Daniel told me to look innocent. But Dad knew something was up. He saw the bag and started shouting at Daniel. It was getting heavy. He told me to clear off out of it. I tried to tell him not to get wound up because it's bad for him, because of his heart. But he just told me to clear off. I'd never seen him look like that before.
So you ran away?
Yeah.
And tried to cash the gyro?
Yeah. I couldn't even do that right.
Taped interview with Daniel Joseph. Officers present, DS Pearce, DC Carver. Time is 17:38. Must remind you that you are still under caution. We gather you had an argument with your dad this morning. He didn't like the idea of you having a bonfire in his back garden.
Do me a favour.
If I was your father, I'd be pretty upset. Finding someone dumping evidence on my premises.
Michael saw you do it. He also saw you arguing with your father. He was worried about the strain on your dad's heart.
The little nurse. He's always worried.
You came pretty close to finishing your father off this afternoon.
It serves him right for interfering, doesn't it?
Interfering in what? What was the argument about, Daniel?
I was trying to help him out.
Oh, the dutiful son.
He needs help. He's got nothing. Not unless you count Michael fussing about, making him cups of tea.
Didn't want your help, though, did he? Didn't really approve of you beating up a postman just to earn a bit of cash.
Couldn't care less about no postman. It's Michael he's worried about. Don't want him to get his little hands dirty.
You mean he wasn't happy about you giving Michael stolen property?
He can't talk. Amount of stuff he's lifted.
So it was stolen property?
He went mental. Threatened to grass me up.
Well, he caught you leaving evidence at his place. And it didn't matter to you if we found it, because you knew we'd probably charge him.
Where you work, isn't it?
What'd you do with him next? After he went mental?
Took him to my place.
To keep him quiet? Must have been quite a struggle.
No. He's feeble now. Since he came out of the nick. He's nothing anymore.
And then you had a go at another postman this morning. Weren't you worried about leaving your dad unattended?
No. I locked him in.
You could have killed him, Daniel. We might have to consider a charge of attempted murder.
I went to get his insulin, didn't I? I didn't want him dying on me. You don't know him. He's done worse things, much worse. In the days when he still had the bottle.
All right, Michael. We're ready to charge you now. Come on.
Where's my dad?
St Hugh's, Ward 7.
Well, if it ain't a little chatterbox.
You here, go!
Michael!
We're setting up down! Setting your head, stupid! Get out, man! You want to go out, Michael, before it's too late?
You nearly killed him.
Look, that is tough. But what do you expect if you go borrowing money off people like that?
All I'm saying is...
Gary, I don't want to hear it. Well, that bloke gets involved in out there is his business.
He was beaten up, badly.
I didn't notice you getting this worked up earlier on.
Oh, that was different.
What are you talking about? He could have taken my eye out.
Of course, if you charged fellows and kept him in the cells, he couldn't have got himself into trouble this afternoon.
Exactly. And I'd better be shouting and screaming now for us to get the bloke that done him over.
I don't think so, Dave. I think he's had enough justice for...
Mrs. Grace, it's WPC Ackland, Sunhill Police. I've come about your phone call. You called us about Barry Lewis?
Oh, yes. He was over there, the devil. He's come to get me.
There's Jim and the old lady now.
Yeah, Lewis will have seen her and done a runner. I'll take him cover.
Right. Let's go and harass a few festering bin bags.
Yeah, she wants to go to an all-nighter at her age.
So you came the heavy father, did you?
2 hours of sulks and tears. My dad would have clipped around the ear hole.
And it never did me any harm.
Tosh, yeah.
Does the name Barry Lewis ring any bells?
Yeah, he's a doper. Specialises in knocking over old ladies and burgling the homes to feed his habit. He's doing 6 for aggravated burglary.
Well, not anymore, he's not. Apparently the prison let him out for an assessment at the drug rehab centre in Purchase Avenue.
What, on his own?
Well, he was due for parole in a couple of months. He was meant to be back inside last night, but he rang to say he had a problem at home. They gave him till this morning, but of course he didn't show.
Save me from bleeding hearts.
Don't. He might see you.
There's no one there, Mrs. Grace.
He was there, I'm not lying.
No, I'm sure you're not.
Been standing there all morning watching the devil.
And you're sure it was Barry Lewis?
Of course I'm sure. He nearly murdered me, didn't he?
Sierra Oscar from 643 receiving, over.
Sierra Oscar, go ahead, June.
Positive ID of suspect as Barry Lewis. The informant was one of his victims.
She's hardly likely to have been mistaken.
Received.
Yeah, got that. Looks like he had it on his toes when the cavalry arrived, June. Tony!
Where are you, Mike?
Tony! Tony! Any unit receiving?
What's the SP of Lewis's wife?
We won't get anything from her. She lied through her teeth for him last time.
If Lewis was allowed home last night, what's he doing hanging around outside it now? Do you reckon he'll have another go at Mrs. Grace?
Well, if he's back on drugs, he could do anything.
Lewis was last seen heading towards Victoria Road, wearing blue jeans and a green bomber jacket. Sorry we lost him, Sarge. Mike's radio was damaged when he fell.
Is there any way that Lewis could have doubled back and gone back home?
No, Sarge, we'd have seen him.
Right. We'll have a look down Victoria Road for the moment.
Received.
And June,
Sarge?
will you wait for the CID? They're on the way to interview Lewis's wife.
Understood.
What have you got for us, June?
Well, it was definitely Barry Lewis. He's been hanging about just over there since this morning.
Did he speak to anyone?
Not according to Mrs. Grace.
How is she?
Well, she's frightened he's going to attack her.
Well, he wouldn't wait, would he? Just break in.
Or perhaps he's waiting for her to go out.
Doesn't make sense. He knows we'd be around here as soon as we heard about the abscond. His wife lives in the flats opposite.
He was more likely waiting for someone.
His wife?
Well, he did say he had a domestic problem.
Maybe she got another bloke and Lewis was waiting for him.
All morning?
Could be on nice. Pops in on his way home for a coffee and a roll.
Or maybe she didn't come home last night. Let's go and find out, shall we?
You're not going, are you?
Yes, but look, don't worry, Mrs. Grace. Lewis is gone.
Have you got him?
No, he ran off.
What if he comes back?
I honestly don't think he will.
Oh, but he might. He might. Put him in jail.
Are you all right? Come on. Come inside. Come on.
Hello, Sally.
What do you want?
We're looking for your husband, Mrs. Lewis.
What?
Can we come in?
Well, he's not here. He's gone back to prison.
Then you won't mind if we take a look.
Thank you.
Little bottle.
Yeah. How many?
2. Angina.
Do you need water? Look, is there somebody I can call who can come and stay with you? No, not a neighbour or a relative?
No. I'm on my own.
He's not here. I've told you. He's gone back to prison.
He didn't arrive.
Well, maybe his train was late. Or he's had an accident or something. I've not seen him, honestly, not since this morning. He was supposed to go back and he said he was.
So he stayed here last night then?
Yeah, he left about 7 o'clock this morning. He said he was going back.
He phoned jail last night to say he had a domestic problem. What was that about?
Nothing. He just wanted to stay here the night, you know.
So, he wasn't upset about anything?
No.
What about when he left?
No, he was fine. He'd been accepted at the drug centre place. He was going to get his parole in 2 months. He was over the moon.
So he gave you a black eye to celebrate?
He didn't do that. I walked into the kitchen door. We'd had a few last night. I've got the empty cans to prove it.
Mrs. Lewis, if your husband was so happy, have you any idea why he should risk his parole by absconding?
He will lose his parole, won't he?
It's on the cards, yes.
I can't believe it.
Unless perhaps he gives himself up. Soon.
I can still see him standing there by the bead. I'll stop in here.
Do you use the rest of the flat?
No, I like to stop in here at nights. Have me bits and pieces of shopping sent round. I don't like to go out in case... Well, I mean, I'd been out when he got in.
Tell me, did anybody from victim support come round and see you after it happened?
Yes, somebody came and filled in some forms for me. They got me some money.
Criminal injuries compensation, yeah. But did they help you in any other way? I mean, did they come and talk to you about the incident or advise you on ways of making your flat more secure?
No. Well, I didn't want them in the house, people prying into your business. I mean, in the old days, it was your family helped out.
What did you do with the money, Mrs. Grace?
I gave it to my son to look after.
Your son? I thought you said you didn't have any relatives.
Might as well not have.
Of course he thumped him. They had a row.
Oh, she may know why he's gone AWOL, but I don't think she knows where he is.
So why's he hanging about this morning, if she's in the house? It must be another fella.
No, she hasn't got another fella. She seemed genuinely upset that he screwed his parole.
Well, if it's important, he'll be back. Look, do you want me to hang on here? Keep Bob on her flat?
Yeah, I'll go and see what I can find out at the drug centre.
Not much, I shouldn't think. It seems like Lewis just used that as an excuse to get out. You still here?
She had an angina attack.
Oh, dear.
And listen, did you know the son?
No, not really. He wasn't about much.
Yeah, well, it looks like he's pocketed the compensation money and hasn't done a thing to make this place secure.
Typical.
Who is it?
Hello, Mrs. Grace, it's me.
George!
How are you keeping, love? All right?
That devil has come back for me, hasn't he?
No.
You said it'd be all right, me giving evidence.
It was, Mrs. Grace. Don't upset yourself. He's not after you.
You sure?
I'm positive. Look, I'll tell you a little secret. He's waiting for someone.
Who?
I can't say, but he's coming back. And when he comes back, I'm going to nab him. I just need somewhere to watch, out of sight.
You can watch from the kitchen. You can see everything.
If it's no trouble.
Of course not. I'll put the kettle.
No, you stay there. I'll do that. Leave that to me.
Oh, he's a little sweetheart, this one, you know. When I was burgled, he couldn't do enough for me, could you?
Yes, well, never mind, eh?
Like a son he was. Better than my own flesh and blood.
Is this about one of our clients?
A potential one, I believe.
Please.
I believe you interviewed Barry Lewis yesterday for a place on your drugs programme.
Yes. What's happened?
How was he?
Excellent. Model client. He's been off drugs in prison for nearly 18 months now.
Did he seem genuine about coming here? About staying off drugs?
Oh, absolutely. He's desperate to sort his life out.
Did he give you any indication as to why he might abscond? You used the word desperate.
We do have a code of confidentiality.
Absconding is a criminal offence, Miss Collins. It won't help Barry you keeping stum.
He told us his daughter was living with a known dealer. He was very wound up about it. We said we'd do what we could to help.
But he's taken it into his own hands.
Well, there's your motive. Lewis is stuck inside, busting her gut, trying to come off drugs. And his kid's being sucked in. I'd probably go AWOL myself.
Biscuit tosh?
No, I've got to watch my waistline.
Oh, go on.
No, honestly.
Well, I'll just leave him there.
Mrs. Grace, listen. Have you seen Lewis's daughter Mandy lately?
No, she doesn't live here anymore. I haven't seen her for months, must be.
Do you know where she is living?
No, I think she's gone off the rails. Well, it's not surprising with a father like that.
What do you mean gone off the rails?
Well, she was always rowing with her mother. Hammer and tongs they were. Up on the balcony, out in the road.
What did they row about? Could you hear?
Couldn't help but hear 'em. She was on about her dad and some other fella. Colin.
Did you ever see him, this Colin?
No, he never came round.
When we spoke to you earlier, you said your husband wasn't upset.
He wasn't.
Mrs. Lewis, we have information that your husband was very upset because your daughter's living with a dealer and he's desperate that she doesn't end up like he did.
Oh, that? No. Well, she was, but that's all over ages ago. She chucked him.
You certain about that?
Yeah.
And Barry knows that?
Of course, I told him weeks ago on a visit.
Is that the truth, Mrs. Lewis? Because as we understand it, he's still very upset. And that would explain why he's absconded, wouldn't it? We don't want him to get into any more trouble than you do.
He's only concerned she might go back to him, that's all.
So Barry's gone looking for the dealer, has he?
It looks like it.
So who is he?
I don't know.
We heard the name Colin.
Yeah, Colin. But I don't know his last name or where he lives. Honest.
She ought to be at the National Theatre. She didn't say a word that wasn't a lie.
So what do you reckon? Lewis was hanging around hoping she'd lead him to Mandy?
You were two can play at that game. She must be on the edge, protecting Lewis from us and Mandy from him.
If she lied to our old man, what chance have we got? We can't give her black eyes.
She must be pretty scared of what Lewis will do if he finds Mandy.
Life, I should think, if he gets hold of our Colin. Bingo. Hang on, I'll go.
Sierra Oscar from 643 receiving, over.
Go ahead, June.
Yeah, that alarm in Tallow Street, the key holder now attending. I'm now in Downs Road at the offices of Grace Insurance. I'm going to have a word with Mrs. Grace's devoted son.
Well, now, how can I help you? My road tax isn't out of date, is it?
I visited your mother earlier, Mr. Grace.
What's the matter?
Well, I wonder if you're aware that she's living like a prisoner. She's afraid to go out of her flat. She's only living in one room. She won't even use her own kitchen at night. And the locks on the doors and windows are totally inadequate.
No, I wasn't.
When did you last visit your mother?
A month? 2? I can't remember.
Well, the burglary that caused her to start living like this happened over 2 years ago, Mr. Grace.
Look, is this anything to do with you? I mean, is this police business? Am I being accused of some criminal offence or something?
No. Although I suppose if your mother was a dog, we could do you for negligence.
She's going down Godwick Street now, Sarge.
Received.
Hang on a minute. She's going inside a house.
I'm at the top of Godwick now.
Somebody's opening the door. Male, IC1. She's inside.
I'm on my way.
It's on the left, number 15. Sheriff Oscar from DC Lines.
Go ahead, Tush.
Yeah, can you do a check for me on number 15, Godwick Street?
Understood.
Ask him to inform the DCI we'll need backup. This could be the drug dealer's house.
It's blackmail, Miss Ackland, that's what it is.
Pardon?
The way my mother lives is emotional blackmail. When the burglary happened, I tried to persuade her to let other people help. People trained to deal with these things, but she wouldn't have it. No, she insisted it was up to me, her son.
Mr. Grace, your mother has suffered a traumatic event.
And so did I. At the time it all happened, my business was on its knees. My wife had just left me and taken the children, but my mother refused to understand. It had to be me that sorted everything out.
You got involved enough to take her compensation money, though.
I needed that money to help keep my business afloat.
She's still your mother, Mr. Grace, and you took her money. Now, the least you can do is to make her flat more secure so that at least she has the chance of leading a normal life. It would also help to get your conscience off your back for a lot less than £1,000.
The owner's shown as Colin Sharp. He did 6 months for possession about 4 years ago. Nothing since.
Sounds like I'll call him.
Danny and Jim are on their way over with a warrant.
Understood.
Like father, like daughter.
How are you doing, Danny?
Yeah, we're there now.
Colin Sharp.
Who wants to know?
I'm Detective Sergeant Morgan. This is DC Lines, Sun Hill. We'd like to talk to the woman you've just let in, Sally Lewis.
You what?
You heard.
If you don't mind.
I do.
Yeah, well.
You can't just burst in here. Have you got a warrant?
You've got no right to do this.
Hello, Mandy. You know your dad's out and he's looking for you and he's raving mad.
So you haven't seen him yet?
I don't have to stand here being hassled by you lot.
No, hang on a minute.
Get off me!
And this is what he's mad about.
Right, look, I don't know what's going on here, but do you mind doing it outside? This is my house.
Colin Sharp, we have information there may be drugs on these premises and we've got a warrant to search them. It's coming your way, Danny!
Come here! Danny! Get it! Danny! Come here! Right.
I was sorting it out. Why couldn't you just leave us alone?
I won't be a minute.
Okay.
I told you, didn't I? I told you what would happen. It's not my fault. It's him. He's the one that smashed the family up. Blame him for a change. He's trying to straighten himself out so we can get back together again as a family. I've heard that before.
I think your dad means it this time, Mandy. He really does care about you.
He doesn't care about me. He doesn't even know me. He's been in jail more than he's been out.
He cares enough to risk doing another 4 years for you.
Well, that's his problem, innit? If he hadn't been into drugs, he wouldn't have been in there in the first place.
So why did you get into drugs? To get back at your dad?
He's come off him, Mandy. He's clean. Well, we don't all have to do what he does, do we?
Quite a little entrepreneur, are Mr. Sharp.
Cocky too, stuffed in his wardrobe, hardly bothered to hide it.
So what about the girl? Do you think she was in on this?
No, just do it to her dad, I think. Get some attention.
Any word on Mr. Lewis?
Well, if he tells Sally we didn't spot him.
Right, we'll have another word with the wife. She might have a clue she doesn't even think it's important. We've got to stop him before he does something stupid. He's screwed his parole, his daughter's a junkie. He's going to be stealing.
As you know, Mandy hasn't been very cooperative.
She's stupid. What does she want to protect him for?
However, we've decided not to charge her. We've got enough on Sharp to oppose bail, so she'll be shot of him for a while.
So the only fly in the ointment is Barry?
I don't know where he is. I wish to God I did, believe me.
Well, that's a bit difficult, when all you've told us so far has been a pack of lies.
Not that I blame you. Every mother wants to protect her family, her children. My wife would rather go to the grave than shop her kids. Even to me, I bet.
So, can we have the truth now? Because the longer your husband's out, the worse it'll be.
He was just going on about What a bright little kid she was before he started going inside. He used to dote on her. Always carried her everywhere on his shoulders when she was little. The park, shopping. Right little daddy's girl she was. Then after he got laid off, he just couldn't cope.
When did he find out about her doing drugs?
I first noticed just after he'd gone back inside the last time. She was very bitter and moody. She started lazing about the house, no life in her eyes. I prayed I was just imagining it, not her as well.
So you told Barry?
First time I went to see him, I told him I was leaving him. I'd had enough. But he promised he'd come off him. He swore he would. He begged me to give him another chance.
It must have been hard for him in there. They can get drugs just as easy as they can outside.
But he did it. He did come off him. He'd been off for over a year. Then I noticed the marks on her arms. She'd stopped visiting him. He wanted to know why. Well, I thought he might be able to help. He'd come off them, hadn't he? He knew how to do it. He went mad.
So when he came out, you wouldn't tell him where Mandy was?
And he gave you that?
I shouldn't have told him. I shouldn't have told him. He was doing all right.
Yeah, informant of Mrs. Grace, number 3, Ascombe House. Any unit deal?
Sierra Oscar from 643. I'll take that.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
What's up?
Have Sally Lewis and her daughter gone?
They were released about half an hour ago.
We just had a call from a neighbour, Mrs. Grace. Apparently Barry Lewis entered his flat about an hour ago.
I wanted to call you right away when he went in, but Helen said no.
Well, your son came round then, did he?
Told me to keep out of it. Wouldn't let me phone. But then, when he went off to get some locks and stuff, I called you.
Tosh, Lewis is in there. Sally and Mandy went in about 5 minutes ago.
Right.
Any unit, we've had a call from another residence. They've reported screaming coming from Barry Lewis's flat. Better get in there quick, it sounds like he's lost his rag.
Leave me alone! Come on, open up! Come with me! Open up! Bring it out! He's gonna kill her! Barry, come on, it's all over! Barry! Keep out, just keep out! This is between me and her!
Open up, Barry!
I'm warning you! I want to talk to her, leave me alone!
Okay, open the door and we can talk.
I want to talk! I've got a right, this is my daughter!
So, open up and we can talk.
Not till I've sorted her out!
Tony, stop! Up there. Tosh, it looks like he's going to throw her off the balcony.
Barry, she's a daughter now, be careful! She's a junkie, she's better off dead!
Get him off me! Get off me!
Mandy, don't struggle, just keep calm! You'll be all right!
Please let me talk to him. Let me go in there for a minute. Take her out, Mike. Please let me talk to him.
You know what it was like for me.
Get him off me.
Barry, it's okay. We've got Colin Sharp. He'll go down.
Have you seen the state of her, have you? She's my daughter and she's killing herself.
Just let Mandy go, Barry. We don't want any more accidents.
By the time I get out again, she'll probably be dead anyway, so what's the difference?
Barry, it doesn't have to be like this. Mandy's just as upset as you are. Let her go.
Oh.
Ask her. Go on, ask her.
I let her go, and you drag me back to the Nick. Who's going to look after her then, eh? Who's going to talk some sense into her then?
Nobody's been dragged anywhere, Barry. We've got all the time you need. So let's just calm down and we can talk, okay?
You don't know what it's like, do you? Stuck in there, knowing your own daughter's killing herself and not being able to lift a finger. Night after night, lying awake, helpless.
Nobody's dead, Barry, and nobody's gonna die. You came through it, didn't you? You cracked it!
Barry, we can get Mandy help. You know that.
You've got to want to stop.
Okay. So ask Mandy what she wants.
She wants to get her family back together as well. Just ask her!
She'll say anything, won't she? Because she thinks I'll chuck her out, don't you? What were you doing with that scum?
Why didn't you come and see me? I'm your dad. I'm your dad.